Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Some morning, so I'm drinking a Monster. I should really not be having caffeine, but it's alright. I've had 5 hours sleep. Today, Battle State Games, I don't know what possessed them. It looks like an own goal. So they dropped a patch today, and in the patch, there's some changes. We present the new anti-RMT feature below. RMT being real money trading. I've done a video before on that. You can go onto eBay, look for Tarkov credits, Tarkov armor, etc. You buy it from them. The guy messages you his in-game name, invites you into the game, drops you a backpack with stuff, and then you sell that and you get in-game credits, and you paid him $10 or $50 or whatever for. So you're real money trading for stuff in game. Battlestate Games has struggled with it for the longest time. And I remember 10 odd years ago, CCP, the guys that does Even Line, they had a problem with it. And they still do. But one of the things they introduced was Plex, which was a game time because it's a subscription service. And it was a way to curtail it, and it was relatively successful. All right, so what's the whole story behind it? Well, if you go to the link they provide, basically, some of the specific items without the found in raid status will receive a new property. In an attempt to discard these items in a raid, they will be destroyed. In other words, if you throw it on the floor or something, they'll be destroyed. In other words, if you take the specific items from the list below to the raid in advance and attempt to give them to other players, then in the process of discarding, they will be destroyed. This change is intended to combat RMT and boosting. When attempting to drop the restricted item, a warning dialogue will appear with the text, "Warning, the following item will permanently lost. Some items without the found in raid status will be destroyed if player tries to discard it from the inventory and ignore the warning. The player places it in their backpack, pockets, or chest rig and gets killed by another player, or tries to drop any container, backpack, chest rig containing this limited item. If a player dies, the limited item in their secure container will not be destroyed." This change will be applied to the following items: money, all barter items with some permissions below, keys and keycards, containers, specific armbands, info items, specific melee weapons, the Tiger Survival Machete, the Red Rebel Ice Pick, Miller Bros Tactical Sword, Kiba Arms Tactical Tomahawk. Items that can be discarded in a limited quantity: rubles, 20,000, golden neck chain 3 pieces, gunpowder kite 3 pieces, tool set 2 pieces, roller submariner gold wristwatch 1 piece, paracord 1 piece, silicon tube 1 piece, injectors 1 piece each type. Specifically these, I can tell you now, that was sloppy coding. And you know why it's sloppy coding? Because the one, you have to stash, I think, 3 kite gunpowders in factory, in that office. And the 3 gold chains and the roller submariner gold wristwatch. I think the task is bullshit, if I remember correctly. It's on customs. You have to stash 3 gold chains and the roller up into the dorms area. So that's fucking sloppy coding. The rubles 20,000. That's bullshit. The amount of times I've run with a 4-man, we want to take a vehicle extract, and all the guys are going, "Oh shit, I forgot my money." It's easier. I split them into 10 stacks because I usually have anything from 100 to 200,000 rubles in my sick case, and I drop each a stack and we can take the car extract, because not everybody is attentive and not everybody has in EOD, so they don't have all that space in their alpha or beta container. It's utter horseshit. The keys thing is fucking huge. The keys have a limited use. All right, there's a lot of keys you're going to use once, twice in the game. And if somebody else is trying to find them, especially the reserve keys, 2 keys come to mind: RB-SMP, RB-KSM. Those 2 keys, I don't go into those rooms once I've actually found the documentation. If you want medical supplies, there's far better places to get it. Go to Woods, to that big UN camp. There's a tons of medical supplies there without actually facing D2 extract campers, etc. So this is such a big fucking own goal. The other thing is also, if you pick up 2 types of keys, Hillside House, Marin, I think they've got 100 uses each. Now I'm stuck with a 100 use Marin key, or one that's got 90 uses and a new one that's got 100 uses. I want to give the 90 uses to a friend of mine that doesn't have the key, but he's playing Lighthouse. Now I fucking can't do that. I can't sell the key on the flea because it's no longer found in raid. I can't give it to him. What the fuck am I going to do with it? I honestly, Tigers, not this swipe, the previous swipe, I did a list as long as my arm on farming cultists. I had so many Tigers, I was giving them away. And as I said again, I don't struggle making money in this game, and a Tiger is a really nice flex item. So, if one of the guys that plays with me wants a Tiger, hey bud, here's a Tiger, go for it. Or a Red Rebel. I think last wipe I gave 2 Red Rebels away. Now I can't do that. I kill Sturman, I find him because you do the 25, kill Sturman 25 times thing. I can't give it away. What the fuck am I going to do with it? I don't, sometimes I don't particularly want to sell the item because the tax is too high on it, or I want to keep it for a friend because I have some friends. They're not no-lifers that grind the game like me. They got Kappa, they got traders within 10 days type effect, And I'll give you an example. This is arguably my best friend in the world. In-game name Defib Dog. And he gets to play 2-3 hours a week. Alright? And he gets to level 30. He has a good concept of the game, etc. But he's got 1 to 2 million rubles. And we want to go and fuck around a little bit on Lighthouse or something. I'll easily say to him, hey, bud, you want me to bring you in a kit? I got thick cases full of slicks. I got so many helmets, so many guns and stuff. The place is full, 400 million rubles. He's got 2 million rubles because he actually has an incredibly demanding day job, and he makes fucking, probably in 3 months, he makes what I make in a year. That's my way of saying, hey, I know life this game. Here's kit, etc. Have it. Go for it, I can't do that now because half the shit's going to disappear. The other thing is, on the forum, keycards. The amount of times that I don't play labs, but I have a high scav karma, so now I've got a ton of fucking white keycards. What am I going to do with that? I got 3 or 4 yellow keycards via my scav junk box. I don't want to sell that. I want to bring them into a raid and give them to a friend that possibly wants to go to labs. I can't do that. I don't need to RMT. I make enough money as it is. Fuck RMTing. But figure out a better way. You're fucking up your game. This is the biggest own goal. It's like BSG wants to destroy their game. Now, here's the interesting part, and that's just my take. So Logical Solutions, we all know, I've done a video about him, gets a lot of the info, and he says basically, I'm at a loss for words on this change. I never imagined they'd do something this stupid. It's literally the worst anti-RMT feature I've ever seen. Log in and leave a comment telling them how you feel in the forums. For those confused, this is what happens if you try and drop my sick case in raid. Not that I even would, but I should be able to give a Timmy in raid a key that I have or something. I'm at a loss. I can't believe this. And basically that's... And again, RBST... RBBK, even though they're marked keys. Let's have a look. Emercom, I don't really play interchange. If somebody wanted to use my Emercom. Kiba inner and outer keys. I lent them to Defib Dog because he ran interchange for a while and he wanted to go into Kiba. Fuck, here's the keys. I have them. Don't spend the money to buy it because they're 500,000 rubles and you got 2 million rubles. Here's the keys. I have them. Or if I want to buy the keys off the market and give it to you because I'm your friend and you do a lot for me in other parts of life, then why can't I do that? BSG, some of us do have friends. We're not all just RMTers. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so it's on the forum. At the time of making this video, 3 hours garnered 16 pages of comments. And these comments are weighed very much on the two sides of it. You're always going to get that. The one side is brilliant change, fuck RMTers, I'm happy with this. The other side is basically the way I feel, that says, what the fuck? You know, we know Tarkov is supposed to be hard. Okay, Tarkov, I don't know. This is it. It's such a 90s backwards thinking way of approaching this. You know, there's got to be better ways, and it's like, and don't tell me they don't know about the better ways, because there are in the gaming industry better ways to tackle this. You know, RMTing has been a problem ever since. You know, loot boxes, loot crates, hackers, etc. has been moved from fucking one anti-cheat to another one. You know, maybe that'll solve the problem, but no, they go and do this. So essentially, you can't take fucking jack shit in and give it to somebody else. And like he says, sometimes you run into people, or I saw in the beginning of the wipe, Smittystone, Rangar, Toothy, Hyperat, etc. They were sharing keys. Hey, have you got RB-ST? Yes. Can I borrow your RB, KSM, and SMP? Yes. Have you got red key card, white key card? Another thing that happened is you get 2 red key cards. All right, cool. You want to give one of them to a friend? You can't. You want to give it to somebody that exchanges X amount of in-game goods for you. You know, yes, it's kind of seen as RMT, but because of the massive tax on the flea of these key cards, it's not worth selling it on the flea. So all of that stopped. You know, I'm talking in co-players and friendship circles here, not RMT circles. On the local Tarkov Discord, there's been a few times where I said to people, hey, if you need key cards, I'm happy. I've got over 60 other bloody things. I'm never going to use them. Pop in game, I'll drop your wallet, and we'll go our own ways. There's 4 key cards. No, you can't even do that. Viewer kits. When is it going to end at that? One of the favorite things for streamers, Willer, Smitty, etc., is they do a viewer kit day, and you bring the dankiest kit in for the streamer, and he has to see what he can do. I saw somebody put a Reap IR on a Mosin, bolt action Mosin for Oddsy once. Now, you already can't sell the Reap IR and stuff on the flea. What the fuck? What next? You know, now you can't bring that stuff in and have fun with the streamers. This is literally backwards thinking. I want to almost say, being BSG, St. Petersburg, this is old Soviet style thinking. You know, it reminds me of the analogy of it reminds me of the analogy of Soviet designs in their tanks. You know, they wanted to get them small, low profile, but they made the thing so fucking uncomfortable for the crews. Nobody wanted to be a tanker. You look at like a T-54 or T-55, one of those things, they are so small. I would have hated to be a tanker in that. You know, whereas you look at the Americans, big, bad, fucking fat American can fit in the tank. You know, it's that backwards thinking. All I'm going to say is this is an own goal. I haven't not logged in 2 weeks. I'm not even sad I've logged in 2 weeks. I'm having a little bit of fun playing Division 2, trying to get builds and stuff going. And this is just, I honestly think this is a huge own goal, and it's going to fuck them in the ass. Even worse than some of the other decisions. Anyway, I've ranted for 15 minutes. Have a good afternoon, everybody. Take care. Cheers.